How is your mental health right now? And would you like 5 key fundamentals to look after it? That's what you're going to get. I'm recording this on the day before International Mental Health Awareness Day 2025. And it seems as though we have a significant problem still within our society. Evidence suggests that there are more people than ever who are falling into depression. More ever than people feeling lonely. What can we do about it? Well, here's 5 steps that you can implement today to try to enable you to be better with your mental health. And it's the SERVE framework. The first one is S and sleep. How much sleep did you get last night? It should ideally be 7 hours or more. And that's also quality sleep, in that you weren't up all night and you weren't reaching for your phone, but actually time to rest. And when you sleep, your body is an amazing system. It flushes out some of the toxins, it repairs things in your gut, and also enables the brain to take charge of all the things that you learnt in that day and put them into neural pathways and memory for you. So first thing is to take charge of your sleep. We were built to sleep. If we didn't actually have sleep, we would be operating 24 hours a day. Your body knows what it needs. The second framework is E for exercise. Just as I'm doing today, I'm out on a run in the open air, getting in some beautiful natural light. And this allows me to have dopamine, it allows me to have some endorphins, but most importantly, it just allows me to appreciate the awe of nature and being out and about. It doesn't have to be a run, it could be a walk, it could be a cycle, it could be a swim, it could just be competition, perhaps playing golf or paddle. But exercise is a really important part of what makes you human. The R is for reading. Taking some time out to put some growth mindset in and learn something. Connect from your technology, your phone, your computer. Sit with a book for a bit and just learn something. Maybe fiction or non-fiction, but don't make it shelf-help. Make it a self-help tool to enable you to be a little bit better. The V in the framework stands for visualization. What are your goals? What are your priorities? What are your imperatives? What are you looking to try to achieve this year or next year? And how can you make that happen in your life today? I have a little gratitude journal where I write down each day, what am I grateful for today? What did I enjoy today? Who did I enjoy meeting today? And it's a great chance to visualize key parts of the day that I actually found enjoyable. Also, if you're really going for some big overarching goal, maybe in the next 6 months or the next year, or even the next few days, how can you visualize what success looks like? How will you feel when you've lost that weight? How will you feel when you hit that revenue background? What would it do for yourself? And also, how could it impact on other people? Visualizing that in the brain as opposed to manifesting it as something that's a secret is actually not true. We need to also put ideation into implementation. The final part of the SERVE framework is all about energy in terms of what you consume. Great, good, highly nutritious, non-processed food. The stuff that comes out of the ground and isn't gone through manufacturing processes, added sugar, preservatives, chemicals, but is as fresh as it can be. And within that, they recommend perhaps 30 different ingredients of plants and foods each week to allow your gut to be at its best. Lots of hydration and also perhaps less caffeine and definitely less alcohol. So that's the SERVE framework: sleep, energy, reading, visualization, and exercise. How many of those are you doing, and what could you implement today? Most importantly, within that, there's also the aspect of relationships. It's a kind of an additional R within the framework, because it's proven that great relationships, connection with other people, enables us to have the best longevity lifespan there is. You don't have to pay sometimes to be in a network. It could be a community group. It could be church. It could be going to something like Toastmasters. It could just be meeting somebody out somewhere in your village or in your local area and just striking up a conversation. The relationships with the people that matter to you are vitally important. Your partner, significant other, friends. You don't need to have lots and lots, but really nurture those relationships and make them meaningful and make them carry on. So when you have one meeting, say, hey, I really enjoyed this today. Why don't we put the next meeting in now to make sure it's already in the diary? That's my 5 to enabling you to be at your best and to allow you to have the best mental health head start you possibly can. Obviously, It's not always the same for everybody. And my final plea to you today is, if you are in any way feeling as though life's overwhelming, it's a little bit too much, and you can't cope, please just ask somebody for some help. That inner voice is a little menace, and the longer you ignore it, the louder it gets. It's asking for help. Don't suffer in silence. There are people out there that are trained professionals that are at the end of a phone call that could enable you to live your best life. As I always say on these videos, you do have one life, so love life, living life. Speak and serve.